Namaste and welcome to Temple Byron. We're the Earth Meditation Tribe and tonight we don't have Miko with us. Miko was the headline presenter tonight and she's unwell. You will see her again in the next week or two. So tonight we're going to do a meditation. And for those watching online, I should indicate to you that it's going to be a shorter night because we're told that there's a full moon. I don't know where the clouds are, but there's a full moon and there's you astrologers challenge me on this, there's a full eclipse and that'll happen around 8 p.m. here on the east coast of Australia. And then it'll come out of that full eclipse around 9:15, 9:30, and I understand that by 10 p.m. it will be clear and the same as usual. So the intent tonight is that we're going to have our meditation night because there are other things happening that we can't share with you at the moment, and it may end up being a shorter night. So, with Miko not here, it had been my intention before Rahasha turned up that I was going to turn this into a night where we were going to acknowledge two great spiritual leaders, one being Thich Nhat Hanh, who passed away in January of this year, and the second one being a Buddhist monk whose name as a Buddhist monk was Javan. And Javan, in Buddhist terms, I understand, is the space between thoughts. I won't tell you who that is because I want you to work it out as we go along. And you will work it out, it's perfectly obvious. So, I'm going to tell you about that. Perhaps I should start with that story. And I don't know whether this is one that you're familiar with, Rahasha. The intent is I'm going to lead off, and then rather than go into a longer earth meditation, Rahasha has very kindly indicated to me that he's willing to do a heart meditation, which will go for about 20-25 minutes. So in any event, this Buddhist monk, some people would say he's quite a celebrity. Many people don't know that he was a Buddhist monk, but he was a songwriter and poet. And his teachers look back very fondly on him because he was the guy who was always on the cushion at 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. and he was the one who was the last to leave at 10 p.m. And he always was helping with the daily chores. As you know, when you go to these Buddhist retreats on one of the first days, I don't know whether you've ever gone to any, Michael, but there are always a few lists up on the wall as to who's doing washing the dishes and who's helping with the meals, etc., etc. In any event, Javan was always on that list. And in the 90s it became well known that in fact he had a serious problem with depression. And as history would have it, he lived until his 80s. And the reason why I'm wanting to acknowledge him tonight is that it just so happens that he died in 2016, and his death coincides with either tonight or tomorrow night. We're not going to be around tomorrow night, so it's tonight. What can I say about him? Well, so basically, he even though he had this celebrity status in the world, he didn't use that for his own purposes. And perhaps someone said to me before when they heard that we were going to talk about him tonight, well, can you sing one of his songs? Next time. The guitar is here, but we're tight for time tonight. But this is one of my favourite poems because it coincides with what the Buddhists call the three universal truths. And the three universal truths are about, number one, emptiness and impermanence. Number two, suffering. And then number three is not self. And I feel that Javan said it beautifully in this poem, and hello, you're going to pick up on who it is now. Listen to the hummingbird. Listen to the hummingbird whose wings you cannot see. Listen to the hummingbird. Don't listen to me. Listen to the butterfly whose day's but number 3. Listen to the butterfly. Don't listen to me. And listen to the mind of God that does not need to be. Listen to the mind of God. Don't listen to me. Listen to the hummingbird whose wings you cannot see. Listen to the butterfly whose day's but number 3. Listen to the mind of God that does not need to be. And listen to the mind of God. Don't listen to me. And of course, Javan happens to be Leonard Cohen. So the other person I wanted to honour tonight too, Rahasha, was Thich Nhat Hanh. And we'll do that by listening to the Great Bell Chant. Because in the Great Bell Chant, that's a poem to the end of suffering. If you listen carefully to that poem, it has the path forward. And there are some key words in there that if you pick up on them, that can be the Adama talk for the night. So we'll get into meditation pose. In whatever position you wish. Touching and connecting with the earth. Big deep breath in if you wish. And letting go. Sitting tall.
May the sound of this bell penetrate deep into the cosmos. Even in the darkest spots, living beings are able to hear it clearly, so that all suffering in them cease, understanding come to their heart, and they transcend the path of sorrow and death. The universal Dharma door is already open. The sound of the rising tide is heard clearly. The miracle happens. A beautiful child appears in the heart of a lotus flower. One single drop of this compassionate water is enough to bring back the refreshing spring to our mountains and rivers. Nghe chuông phiền não tan mây khói, lặng thân an miệng mỉm cười. Hơi thở nương chuông về chánh niệm, vườn tâm hoa tuệ xinh tươi. Listening to the bell, I feel the afflictions in me begin to dissolve. My mind calm, my body relaxed. A smile is born on my lips. Following the sound of the bell, my breath brings me back to the safe island of mindfulness. In the garden of my heart, the flowers of peace bloom beautifully.
So staying as you are, some of you know that the great German Goethe has permitted us to use a few of his songs for our earth meditations. And Rahasha, I wonder whether when you hear that music, whether that would suit one of your heart meditations.
Thich Nhat Hanh already guided us into the heart, and tonight with this special full moon and the eclipse, I feel it's very significant because we have a certain notion of the heart. And when we begin the journey into the heart, we're looking for the beautiful attributes of love, of compassion, of kindness, of peace. All these qualities are in everyone. The only difficulty is that we avoid the shadow. So tonight, if you like, we can just bring our attention directly to the heart center. So you may want to bring both of your hands into the middle of your chest, just feeling into your heart, feeling what is truly here in this moment. Maybe there's quiet and peace, but maybe there's trembling, maybe there's a sense of numbness, maybe we don't feel anything. That which is aware of this is what we call the heart on a deeper place. So just feel how each in-breath is expanding the experience of this moment, whatever it is. And each out-breath is kind of a letting go, a relaxation into the heart. And you will find naturally we become more present to what is. This presence naturally guides us deeper than all phenomena of the person. So when we relax into the heart, we may melt deeper than thoughts. And thoughts continue. They're like clouds on the sky. They have their own momentum. And with the next deep out breath, we can melt deeper than feelings. Often the heart is connected respected or understood as the feeling side of humanity. And yet we can melt deeper than feeling into the heart. We can even melt deeper than all body sensations. And deeper into the heart than the breath. Deeper into the heart than the heartbeat. And here we may touch a space that we cannot describe anymore because it is deeper than all experiences. We could say the emotions, the body, the breath, the heartbeat, they are all moving from one side to the other and back, from one polarity to the other and back. Just like our mind, our emotions, the breath is like always here and then not here. It's like light and darkness. And the full moon tonight with the eclipse is a very beautiful symbol that we as spectators can watch light and darkness. It's very easy to see that outside. Can we melt deeper into the heart than joy and sorrow? Deeper than love and hate? Deeper than all these dualities? And we will notice that the heart already holds both sides, even though our mind may have preferences. And we can use this discovery or this understanding for whatever is moving you in this moment. Maybe there are stories or unresolved problems, and the heart can hold them. Maybe there are confusions or clarities, and the heart can hold it. Maybe there's frustration or joy, and the heart can hold it. And from that depth that is deeper than all experiences, we are touching the infinite source. We don't need to look for peace, because peace is, like Thich Nhat Hanh shared, the flower of nothingness. the flower that turns into love, into joy, into gratitude, into forgiveness, into all these qualities that our human mind is searching for just in the wrong place. We're searching it outside. While in reality, just in this moment, we're sitting in the middle of it. Not as a person, but as shared presence. As love. As tenderness that tenderly holds this moment, that includes the light and the shadow, the darkness. Deeper and deeper falling into the formless within the form. And we find everything we ever wanted is right here. Because we are here. No beginning, no end. No time. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Just resting as love. And we will sit for about 10 minutes. Allow each out-breath to just take you even deeper, effortlessly, without looking for anything. From that depth inside, you can take a deeper breath, bringing with you the spaciousness of your inner heart, and let it come with the breath into the body. You just feel it in the body until you find a good moment to open your eyes to a very new moment here.
That was just a beautiful heart meditation, and Rahasha has done that on 2 minutes notice, so thank you, my friend. I've got that song playing again. You're wondering why? Because Gaia dreaming herself awake is the last song that we do in our earth meditations. and part of the exercise at that stage is to imagine and to visualize the new earth, whatever that may mean. We do that sometimes by referencing to our sense fields, eyes, sound, smell, taste, etc., etc. Or you can do it via the elements of earth, wind, fire, water. So even though you're coming out, I'm just going to invite you just for 2 or 3 minutes to shut your eyes again and to envision the new earth. As we think, so shall it be. So to finish, we'll breathe in together to get congruence in the earth. There's already congruence there, you can sense the energy. So deep breath into your belly. said to be the embodied centre of presence, and letting go gently. And the last one into your heart, the healing. And letting go slowly. Okay, my friends. Normally, that fourth or fifth part of the Earth meditation itself, that particular version, I need to sit down with Rahasha, and it's potentially a very long one, and that whole exercise of imagining and envisioning a new Earth may end up being a workshop one weekend, Rahasha. I'd love to be able to pair people off and to talk to each other about what their new Earth looks like. But the starting point, the third part of that meditation, Rahasha did without any cross-referencing. It's about connection with the heart. And as you know, Rahasha is, I always say to people, he's the master of the heart. It's about bringing compassion into your life. And one of those songs that you heard before, Uno, U-N-O, is it's almost as if Deuter has created it. It has the sheer energy of compassion exuding through it. And when Rahasha was doing the heart meditation with you, it just so happens that song came on. So, thank you again, my friend, and thank you everyone for being so attentive. So that's the main meditation of the night. For those people in cyberspace, and I notice we're getting 100, 200 views each week now, we'll try to sort that out and become a little bit more smoother. And hopefully some of us are wanting this live streaming to happen on YouTube, but let's work at that, and that'll happen shortly, I hope. So, it's 7:25. You've heard about Leonard Cohen. And I've had my chance in the circle to say who I'd like to honour tonight. And the Buddhists have this concept of dedicating the merits of their meditation, and it was a very powerful meditation tonight. And dedicating the merits is kind of the grace that accrues when you sit in silence and go within. And the Buddhists will tell you that you're able to almost gift that to someone else or whatever. So I'm going to give people the opportunity, if they wish to, they can do that in silence, or if there's someone you'd like to acknowledge or something else, please stick to a word or a phrase and don't turn it into something too much longer than that. But if anyone also would like to dedicate, I know the last time I saw Rahasha did this, someone actually dedicated his merits of the night to Novak Djokovic, who was being persecuted at the time. Oh, that's controversial. So, but we don't have rules in the Earth Tribe, you can say things like that. So, if you would like to take the opportunity to acknowledge that, you can say your name if you wish. If you don't, if you want to be anonymous, be anonymous. If you don't want your voice or your name in cyberspace, say nothing. Perhaps I should say that over the last week I've been in a, supposedly, I shouldn't be saying this on the internet because Ulla and Christopher might well pick up on it somewhere. I've been doing a silent retreat with the great Ulla König from Germany. I think the Earth Meditation Tribe has a thing about the Germans. And the theme of that week, or that 6 days, was inviting people to go within, and it was about the path ahead. And that word spiritual came up. And being bold, I happened to, when it came to my turn in one of the circles, I happened to say that the Earth Meditation Tribe has a view that the path ahead is in fact a spiritual path. It is not about building a road to Mars, as Elon and Bezos tell us, that's going to solve the problems here on Earth. It is not about your smartphone, etc., etc., etc. It's a path that is very simple. And for those in cyberspace, it's about a reconnection within, with each other, and with the Earth Mother. Point one. And point two, at another level, it's about a return to the yin and a return to the great integrity. And I know Rahasha will have picked up on that, because that is the thrust of a book by Lao Tzu called The Tao Te Ching. And Lao Tzu was around in about, correct me on this, Rahasha, about 2,600, 2,700 years ago, much the same time as Confucius and those heavy-duty philosophers of China and Japan. But what I want to do, before getting an indication from you as to where you want tonight to go, the intent is that we will occasionally read some of the Tao Te Ching. And there's one particular verse that I wanted to share with you, which is kind of relevant to tonight. Allow the heart to empty itself of all turmoil. Retrieve the utter tranquility of mind from which you issued. Although all forms are dynamic, and we grow and transform, each of us is compelled to return to our root, and our root is quietude. To fully return to our root is to be enlightened. Never to experience tranquility is to act blindly, a sure path to disaster. To know tranquility is to embrace all. To embrace all is to be just. Justice is the foundation for wholeness. Wholeness is the great integrity. The great integrity is the infinite fulfilling itself. And keep your eyes shut, because I'm now encouraged to do one final one. It's called sincerity. Oops, I'm found out in the first few words. It's verse 23. There are 81, 82 verses of the Tao Te Ching. Speak few words, but say them with quietude and sincerity, and they will be long-lasting. For a raging wind cannot blow all morning, nor a sudden rainstorm last throughout the day. Why is this so? Because it is the nature of the sky and the earth to be frugal. Even human beings cannot alter this nature without suffering the consequences. When we sincerely follow the ethical path, we become one with it. When we become one with the ethical path, it embraces us. When we completely lose our way, we become one with loss. When we become one with loss, loss embraces us. When we sincerely follow the great integrity, we become one with it. When we are one with the great integrity, it embraces us. But when nothing is done sincerely, no thing and no one embraces us. Okay, everyone. Thank you for listening. Now, I don't know whether the sky is cleared outside and whether by rushing up to Brunswick to the South Wall we're going to see anything, but I'm in your hands. If you've got Rahasya here, I'm here. If anything comes out of that meditation tonight, oh, we should have asked you that. Did anything come out of the meditation for you? I think what I'm hearing, I think you know that the Earth Meditation Tribe at the moment is focusing on heart-centered meditations. No prizes for guessing that one. So did anything come out of the meditation or out of the Tao Te Ching or anything else that you'd like to share with us? Sometimes I hand this microphone around the yurt and I give you the option. I call this the Lakota technique. This is what the Lakota tribe does. When you have a gig with the Lakota tribe, they're having a meeting, you get your name and one word. Would you like to see that happen, Michael?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start then. Once again, I don't want your name in cyberspace or your voice. You pass the microphone around. So I'll start if you like. Geo, quietude.
Kate, grateful, calm.
Kate, New Earth.
Marlon, content.
Melly, stillness. Hey?
That way?
Stillness. Mira, peace.
Hitomi, sadness. Sadness. Eureka, compassion.
Michael, peaceful heart.
Rahasya, emptiness.
Zoe, peacocks in paradise.
Faith, serenity.
Zoe, you know, I've got a hearing problem. I'd love to hear you saying it again.
Oh, peacocks in paradise.
I thought you said that. Okay. Thank you for coming. Not rushing you out of here. You've got at least till 8 o'clock if you want to look around the gardens. And as I look out, it's spectacular out there in the garden at the moment. All the lights are on and you can see the angels, etc., etc. Rahasya, do you mind saying some final words, how you felt about tonight? And thank you again for sharing that meditation with us.
And I love this spontaneous happening. We came here to chant.
Hang on a minute. Hold on a minute. Can you go out the front?
I love surprises and I love spontaneous happenings. So we came here to chant, and we chanted into nothingness and into silence, into the empty heart. So that's very close to my heart. And you know, whenever there's more than one sitting in the space, it just amplifies. So it's beautiful that everyone is here, sharing a space that is beyond the person, beyond the personal story, beyond our day-to-day activities. And falling back into what I call nothingness is really falling back into source from where everything arises. So the new earth is here. There's no becoming in it. There's no goal in it. Sorry, Gio. There's no path. It's all here. It's all available here. I leave you with that. Thank you so much for being here and for inviting me. Thank you.
Okay, so before we wrap up, I know Michael at the start of the night said to me, will we be having a song that Leonard Cohen has written? Your call, Michael. We can wrap up here and now, one way or another. I think we press the go live button and turn the go live button off. But if you want one Kirtan song or 1 Leonard Cohen song, I will indulge you. Your call. My call? Yeah. Your call. What would you like?
Give us a Kirtan and the guitar, Gio.
Okay, so can we turn that off, Kate? Sorry to do that to you. Can I just say to those watching in cyberspace or who will be watching this tomorrow, thank you for joining us. We were unscripted tonight, and I concur with Rahasha that it's kind of nice when that happens, and it's been a beautiful night here at Temple Byron. Hope you're enjoying the double eclipse out there, and we'll be there with you shortly. Hurry on.